Dr. Crowley had some very important news for Joe Tate in tonight's episode of Emmerdale. This week, we learnt the truth about Joe's health issues when he confirmed to Manpreet Sharma that he lives with that deficiency. As a result, Joe has developed chronic kidney disease and wants someone to donate their organ to him. The person in question is Joe's uncle Caleb Miligan. Because Joe wasn't willing to ask Caleb to take part, he had to check their blood was a match through an unethical and illegal idea. Which was where Manpreet came in. Joe manipulated Manpreet into thinking he needed a vial of Caleb's blood to test if he's also inherited the AT from Frank Tate. Manpreet was a little unsure at first, but managed to aid Joe's request when she tricked Caleb into doing a routine health checkup. Once he got his hands on the blood, Joe passed it to Dr. Crowley, who got it tested. He then returned to the village and told Joe that Caleb is a match, which means they can go ahead with phase 2. Crowley explained to Joe that he's sorted out the location where the operation will take place, and all Joe needs to do now is get Caleb to him, unconscious. This way, the donation can go ahead without Caleb knowing the truth. Getting his uncle unconscious wasn't a problem for Joe, but it appears another part of the plan might well be. Crowley reminded Joe that once the operation has been completed, they both need to disappear. Staying in the same place as Caleb would mean there's a chance the donation gets exposed, so leaving decreased that risk. Joe said he'd definitely leave the Dales, but an expression on his face suggested he was feeling unsure. Earlier on in the episode, Joe surprised Dawn Taylor with a romantic afternoon at Dale View. This left Dawn stunned. She recognized Joe had gone to a lot of effort to impress her, but also, it was a sign that his view of her was changing, after he said their affair was just happening for sex. Is Joe catching feelings for Dawn? If so, how will this impact his future post-operation?